Good morning, children. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our online class. We were doing the first lesson, right? What is science? We have done few pages of it, isn't it? A little explanation I have given how we sow the seed. Okay, the changing science process skills. Scientists try to find an answer to a question or to an experiment, to do an experiment. They use thinking tools called process skills. They use thinking tools. We have to think. You use many of the process skills whenever you speak, listen, read, write it, or think. Got it? Think about how these students use process skills to help them answer questions, do experiments, and investigate about the world around them. What Saket plans to investigate? Saket collects seashells. This is near the ocean, near the seas, isn't it? Seashells on his visit to the beach. He wants to make collection of shells that are alike in some way. How he looked for shells of different size and shapes. How Saket used process skills. The name of a boy or a girl, Saket. He observes the shells and compares their size, shape, and colors. Got it? Different shells. See in the photo itself. He classifies the shells first into groups based on their sizes and then into groups based on their shape. Process skills. Observe three important parts of it. Observe, compare, and classify. Observe, use the senses to learn about objects and events. Compare, identify characteristics of things or events to find out how they are alike or different. What is classify, children? Group or organize objects or events in categories based on specific characteristics. How Charita plans to investigate? Charita is interested in learning what makes the size and shape of a rock change. She plans an experiment to find out whether sand rubbing against a rock will cause the pieces of rock to flake off and change the size or shape of the rock. Charita uses process skills. She collects these three rocks, measure their mass, the weight of it, and put the rocks in a jar with sand and water. She shakes the rocks every day for 1 week. Then she measures and records the mass of the rock, the sand, and the container. Understood? It is an experiment. She then compares all the 1 week she did of 3 rocks in 3 different jars. She interprets her data and concludes that rocks are broken down when sand rubs against them. Process skills. What happens? Measure, compare, and attributes of an object such as mass, the length of or capacity to a unit of measure such as gram, centimeter, or liter. Gather, record, or display and interpret the data. Gather the data by making observations that will be useful for inferences or prediction. Record data by writing down the observations in the form of table or graph in the notebook. Display the data by making tables, charts, or graphs. Interpret the data by drawing conclusions about what the data shows. Understood, children? What Arvind plans to investigate? Arvind wants to find out how the light diffracts. How Arvind uses process skills? He decides to use a model of the switch and the wires in the wall. He predicts that the bulb, wires, and batteries have to be connected to make the bulb glow. This is in 5th or 6th also, I think, isn't it? Bulb experiment. Conductor, semiconductor. He infers that moving paper clip interrupts the flow of electricity and turns off the light. Arvind's model verifies his prediction and inference. Process. What are the process skills? How do this boy does it? He uses a model. Make a model to help you understand an idea of an idea, an object, or an event, such as how something works. Next is how do we predict? We form an idea of an unexpected outcome based on observation or experience. Infer, use logical reasoning to explain events and draw conclusions based on the observation. Understood, all of you?